Hello, welcome to Civisitas, the channel that tells you important things about the place you visit. Because if you understand where you are, it is easier to admire the place where you are. In this video, I will mention some important and interesting things to know if you visit the Cathedral of Guadalajara. The full name of the building is Cathedral Basilica of the Assumption of the Blessed Mary, although everyone tells the cathedral. To be clear, a cathedral is where a bishop has his chair, and a basilica is a religious enclosure where special ceremonies and privileges in matters of worship take place. That is, for Catholicism, it is an important temple, the main one of a large city. The Cathedral of Guadalajara is one of the representative icons of the city. In fact, if you take a souvenir, it is very likely that it has the silhouette of the towers of the cathedral. To build a cathedral, a papal authorization is required. In this case, it was Pope Paul III who issued the bulla Super Speculum Militantis Ecclesiae on June 13, 1548, which constituted the bishopric of the New Galicia in the New Spain and created the possibility of the construction of a cathedral. However, this bulla considered Compostela, located in the current state of Nayarit, as the host city, but the bishop designated Pedro Gómez de Maraver mainly because of the humid and hot climate. It was not until May 10, 1560, that the royal authorization was granted for the transfer of the seat to Guadalajara, and the behest of the heir Pedro Morones. The current cathedral is actually the second seat, as it was originally established in what is now the Temple of Santa Maria de Gracia, located next to the Founders Square. Having already negotiated for the transfer, the royal charter for the construction of the cathedral was granted on May 18, 1561. The first stone was laid by the second bishop of Nueva Galicia, Fray Pedro de Ayala, on June 31, 1561, and formal construction began 10 years later, in 1571. In 1574, during a mass, some neighbors threw fireworks. One of them fell into the corral on one side, causing a fire that spread and left the construction almost useless. Finally, the initial construction was completed in 1618 under the supervision of the architect Martín Casillas. In 1818, an earthquake shook the city, causing the towers and dome to fall. The architect-engineer Manuel Gómez Ibarra was commissioned to build a new towers, which took 3 years to be ready. But again, in 1849, the towers collapsed again, and restoration resumed. During all this time, it was only a cathedral, but in the early 20th century, it was elevated to the rank of a minor basilica. From 1980, some restorations began, and in 1993, the towers were restored and consolidated. In the following video, I tell you some artistic and architectural details used in this building. If you liked the video, subscribe and remember to like it.